or they can only watch? Or they can't?
In case
So this is the entire Connect meeting interface. You have two videos right now. Where's the second one? This is the telepresence. This is the if I turn on the microphone, the audio will go. It's going from. It's already going. The microphone is off. So some other computer. Acha, oh, you're using that. Okay. So you have the attendee list. Now, just before we start, I just walk you through the entire interface. How many of you are actually using Connect, or some of you are from ICRISAT as well, right? So you're using Connect, or okay. Oh, okay, not from. All right, great. So I'll take the same base for everybody. So when you log in, so the first thing is to create the meeting room, so which only do it, but in any case, when you log in, this is what your Adobe Connect Central looks like. Profile and everything over here. Go into meeting.
ऊंचे लोग ऊंची पसंद नहीं. No, we need some participants. Come here.
These are your calendar views. You can see monthly. When the meetings are, you can see your meetings.
State of art facility.
Nice, really.
We create meetings or upload content in the content repository, like what I was mentioning about. So you should ideally upload all your documents in your content repository rather than uploading them during or during better to be well prepared. And it also sometimes your documents might be heavy, so it might take time to upload. As a best practice, you don't want people to lose out the interest. They're just watching a blank screen with the
You can look at this screen.
Right? You lose interest of the audience. Most important aspect of any such platform is the key is
Short video will come.
you're giving to the participants. Right? So if you make them wait for a long time, there's silence for more than 3 to 5 seconds. Where they're expecting the audio to come through or a video or something to happen, they're bound to lose interest and they'll be totally turned off or tuned off. So
Can you hear us?
keep that in mind. And also, where your audience is coming from.
Hello.
Some slow connect.
Hello, can you
keeping the highest settings. So we look at all those things, and I'll try and.
Hello.
I think we have about till 4 p.m. or so, about 40 odd minutes. So we'll try and cover as much ground as we can.
Venkatesh, can you hear us?
Yes, loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay.
Loud and clear. Okay,
We
okay.
are from Telepresence Facility. You can see the people. No? Okay.
Right.
Now, so we'll wait for a third group to join.
Oh, okay.
Then you can start explaining features, like how you upload a file, how you upload some other thing. Then maybe we'll try and do same thing from here.
Sure. Till then, what I'll do is I'll just run some fun stuff. So I'm just starting separate layout altogether.
So this is a typical layout.
Yes,
You can have all the video.
I find
Then who are the people attending this?
Yes, we have one video pod.
These are the people, other people have attended. Then any troubleshooting questions, you can have it on chat window.
Right, so all I need to do is, you see this attendee pod here, everything is movable. I can bring anything anywhere and place it the way I want. So there's totally a customizable interface. It's not, fixed. So let me get it back here, and I double click.
No,
You can
presenter
upgrade
one.
any participant who's a guest
So
to.
if I double click, I can rename the pod. Maybe I want to call it. I can go full screen with anything and.
Then audio is not in order. So they are disturbing
To
Yes.
somebody is going full screen.
Practical difficulty.
Anand,
Who is administrating now?
Venkatesh. But
We can do it from here also.
Now, if you look at the attendees,
Right.
all these people have the same privilege.
In the pod,
I can
named it to who's in the meeting room.
also work like
Pods as you like. It doesn't. The chat pod doesn't have to be a chat. I can have multiple chat pods. Maybe one of the chat pods I could rename as Q&A. Maybe
Fantastic.
something else, a public chat, private chat, or whatever it is. You can.
ये अच्छा है
ये अच्छा है
Venkatesh sir.
This is again something that you need to factor in.
So you have to speak in mic.
Venkatesh sir.
Yes.
So the third group has joined. Upendra, how is it? Hello. Upendra, can you hear us?
telepresence speaker is
This is our user.
speaker is on.
Pardon?
Mic is on.
No.
Means our,
Yeah, this
our voice is gone there.
Yes.
Yes.
Where,
Second group is not.
KSI second mic is not.
No, even
KSI second mic is.
You take 5 minutes here and there. This we experience every time.
so you can speak anywhere in this room,
Yeah.
or you have to take mic.
No. In this
Achha.
room,
Okay.
they are very sophisticated two microphones.
Achha.
They can capture you in the field of. See, when we build this facility, we have taken consideration like lighting has to be.
they can hear us.
Normally, when you look at the lighting,
Do they have a
people
microphone
get
also?
shadow below the eye, below the
Yeah,
chin. This is the indirect lighting. So
Yeah.
you will not get shadow in any part of the
COE room,
Right.
can you hear us and can you talk back please?
Venkatesh, I can hear you from telepresence room. Can you hear my voice?
Can COE room also hear us?
Yeah, that's what they are trying. 1 minute. Let's see. Once they are on, you can start, the describing about the feature. Once the third group is really come online. I came under presenter. What is the difference between participant and presenter?
Okay, I'll just take that up. Mr. Modi, shall we start?
It's facility cost.
This?
Don't say in dollars, say in rupees.
Can we start now?
No, 1 minute. Let me ask this guy.
He cannot see the.
One minute.
So essentially, there are three roles in Adobe Connect. One is the host. Host is the one who creates the meeting room and sends out invites to everybody, right? If you take a real world scenario, maybe this is a meeting room. Say Mr. Modi was a host. He sends out an invite to everybody. And they are presenters.
Your voice, I can't hear you.
I have lesser rights than the host. I cannot invite people. But the host can invite me or make me a and
All cannot be seen and not maybe you have to select them. All is very small.
So this is something you need to be careful of, because what happens is that people leave their microphones on and you start getting feedback, and you also
He can
consume
log in again.
bandwidth.
That is the code.
Even though you mute your microphone is still consuming, you're still sending out silent, you're sending nothing, but you're still consuming bandwidth. So if you're not talking and if you're not speaking, you should turn your microphone off. Small little things, but they go along a long way in creating that good user experience at the end of it. So the third the least amount of rights. So presenter can upload and share documents. The presenter can share pod and can do some of the other things. Can draw, annotate on top of anything. Then there is the participant. The participant, like everybody here who's sitting and watching, can only participate as in watch, plus if given the rights can do certain functions. They can of course raise their hand and seek attention and ask for anything, but And if the host wants, the host can grant them rights to use the microphone or the camera or even the share pod, allow them or change their roles altogether. So you can convert a participant, you can promote a participant into a presenter into a host can be made a participant, and there can be any permutation combinations. There's no set rule that you can only have one host and the rest have to be presenters or participants. Everybody can be a host, everybody can be participant. But obviously it will not achieve anything. So depending upon what you want to do in a meeting room, you really need to have rights and privileges assigned accordingly.
Two places we can do.
That's what let me do.
So, Mr. Modi, we are continuing now. Are we good?
Wait 1 minute. I'll tell you, Venkat. 1 minute.
Okay, so we're just talking anyway, so rather than getting people to sleep off. Yeah, please.
आपने आपका ग्रुप का फोटो लिया
नहीं
लिया लिया
Wait, हो गया जल्दी करो नहीं तो फिर I have to quickly send half people there and half people here. नहीं जल्दी करो यार 10 minutes 2 minutes.
We go into meeting preferences. Only the host can do this. Go to meeting preferences. Under video, you can say highlight active speaker. Do that.
No.
I was talking. You see now it's getting highlighted,
Hold on.
right? But the trouble with multi-party.
This is not a proper use. I'll show you using Polycom setup, the quality of video conferencing. Well, this is true.
No, it is very difficult. You will go crazy with these disco lights happening.
Then you take a photo.
So depending on whether you want this or not, so ideally you should.
Then you see the real effect.
Thank you,
कर
sir.
लो. You have more photos.
Because many people, then typically it is one to many and one person talks. Even in a national conversation that we do. Yeah.
If someone you send them here.
When you have telepresence kind of stuff, where the camera is the voice, depending on where the voice is coming from, but you can move the camera in that direction. That's how it works.
No, your voice is breaking. Wait.
Exactly.
Our voice is breaking, sir.
But at the same time, we do have you
Bentley.
other you can try.
Sir.
1 minute.
Give it.
1 minute.
But typically, Connect is not meant for large audiences being showcased when they're talking. You use it for any space where you're sitting and talk.
Why this problem?
Hello? Most important thing to see here, this is, now the bandwidth that we're consuming is about 600 kilobits per second. Right, so when you click on this green LED icon at the top right,
and 4 people here. So 4 people can come into telepresence.
So why are the roster here? Why you are running? Sir, what is can you hear us?
the packet drops.
Venkat, your voice is breaking. What I suggest is let some people come here and other people go to 2 and 2.
Green. But apart from green, also what is important is the latency.
So this is the bandwidth utilization. 217 KB and 5
or video
download.
anything. Most
Our video quality is very high.
Very high.
So 1 Mbps is 800 kbps.
latency actually
Video quality is very nice.
side or would actually dictate how your experiences or user experiences. The latency. If you've seen in television also when they do studio broadcast, you have somebody asking the question. It takes about 2 to 3 seconds for the person to respond back. You are not speaking via satellite when you do studio to studio. Right, so that's because the latency of the satellite, the signal goes all the way to the satellite, comes back.
Even if you bando kar rahe, it is generating a lot of noise, no? Switch it off.
2 to 3 seconds. So the latency is a critical and important aspect for any system, any web conference, not just Connect.
No amount of training.
Right? So the lesser the latency, better your user experience. Now we are on the LAN, right? The other two systems are also here. We are not going traversing through the public internet and then connecting. We are actually going through the local network. So you see this latency here is about 40 milliseconds, 1/19 or 20. 1000 milliseconds make a second. So
In telephone connectivity also very poor in
the
Africa.
delay, it's almost instantaneous when you're talking. But in the morning, when you were speaking with Dr. Ramesh in the US,
Now too.
slight gap
See, it has improved.
what he was speaking and the response going from here or vice versa. So that was primarily because of the latency, because he's connecting from the US, he's hopping all the way across the continents, coming and connecting here, and then, going all the way back. So, and if you're on the public internet, there's congestion somewhere on the network, there will be packet drops, your latency will increase. So each hop adds a level of latency. Right? The lesser the hops, lesser the latency. More the number of hops, you keep multiplying and adding. So that's true.
वो ICT वाले हैं
ICT वाले हैं
Not to, criticize the platform and think that, or any solution, not just Connect alone, that it doesn't work. But if you understand how
थोड़ा नीचे कुछ
it works, you'll be a little more patient and probably have lesser, heartbeat shift and lesser of blood pressure for everything.
मैं छुप गया It is a simple webcam This is simple Slightly better quality cost 10,000 rupees
So I could start. I just want to show you something interesting. I'm just leaving all of these Paul.
I'm Modi here.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we start with a basic feature like how we can upload a presentation and share it and all that?
I'm just doing that.
Please.
Okay. So we start with scratch and
Do that once, then I will do it from here. So here also people get a glimpse of how to upload a presentation and share it.
sure. So I'll just start with a blank layout. Okay. So the host has this option. I can go into layouts here as well. I can say create a new layout, or I could use the bottom right of the screen right there. See where my mouse is? I can add layouts. Okay. So
This layout is on the right
I'll just
side.
start from creating a layout. So I can customize the entire meeting room based on my requirements. Right now I just want to share something. Okay, so I'm creating a blank layout. It says either I can duplicate an existing layout. There are 3 layouts by default on the right. This is only visible to hosts, not to presenters also. And I create a new layout and I call it, say, the ICRISAT demo. Okay. This is a blank. Now you see there's a background, nice background image behind. This is again one of the very cool. Do this again. I go to meeting preferences and I can upload an image from here.
Meeting preferences are here.
Dull interface, background, which we are so used to. You see it in any application. But Connect can actually make it very interesting. Not just an image. I can actually have an animated SWIFT also as a background. So it could be some, but that might be distracting depending upon how, what your content is. So you can set a context to your meeting by including a background in the image, whatever you're doing. So people can relate to it and, feel happy. Alright, so you can upload from here. I can choose the room bandwidth. Right now we optimize for DSL cable. So the 3 settings. The first is LAN, which is by default. This consumes the most amount of bandwidth. It consumes about 300 to 350 kilobits per second per participant. Per presenter it generates. So depending on whether you are generating traffic, which will only happen in case you are pushing your audio out, you're pushing your video out, or you are uploading something or you're sharing something. If not, you are only downloading and consuming. You're not generating or consuming bandwidth from that perspective. So if you see, notice here my upload is 0.088 kilobits. It's negligible, right? Laptop, I'm not publishing the video. The video is going from that laptop there. So that's what is uploading, but I'm downloading. So my download right now is 51 kilobits per second because maybe there's the audio, somebody's audio might be coming in, right? So there's nothing else on the screen at the moment. So that way Connect is very, very bandwidth efficient. There are a couple of other options here. Audio, it's full duplex. I can set it to one way as well. by going, just half duplex or headphones. Video as well, what quality, this is the default, this is high, we've done. I'll just disable highlight, webcam, speakers, active speakers, screen sharing. So these are the default settings, but depending on the kind of content you're sharing, you might want to adjust these, but for all practical purposes, this is pretty okay. So if you have, say, video that you're sharing, you might want to increase the frame rate to make the video appear smoother in the share pod. The share pod is where you share different kind of stuff like documents or your screen or
quality
PDF, PowerPoint, anything. Yes. Then we have the attendees pod, which again is
attendees pod.
You have the chat pod. Whether you want to enable private chat for participants or not, the host can control this.
So now, what is the nomenclature it should use to display the attendee's name?
And that was a private chat. It only would be visible to me and not to the other participants. So there are two kinds of chats you can do, private as well as public. And of course the host can do. Then you have the Q&A pod as well, which is for structured Q&A. Okay. We've done this. So I go into pods. These are all the pods or the windows which I can have open in a Connect meeting room. So I can decide right now, say I just want to do the share pod. I just want to share something. I don't want anything else on the screen. So I'll just bring up the share pod and I can have multiple share pods. In this room, you see these are already, you see the list here. This will not be visible to others. The other participants who are joining in. But there is already a list of certain documents which have been shared here, PowerPoints and others. Either I can choose an existing one which has already been uploaded, but I can add a new share as well, and I say this is a new share. As soon as I add, just name the thing share 22, but maybe I'll leave the name. Again, I can double click and change the name in case I want to make it, contextual. Here I can upload any of these. I can share my screen. Screen essentially, I have a few options here. I can share either the desktop, I can share an application, I can share a window. Right? So this is, I can share any of, I can share just a particular application, maybe just my Excel, maybe just a PowerPoint, or maybe PowerPoint. Ideally you should not share. You should share, upload the PowerPoint and share, not share. Screen sharing should only be done when there is no other option and you cannot share the document natively. We support native support for the documents. The file types are all of these. Images, which are JPEGs and PNGs. You can do Swift files, Flash animations, PowerPoints, PDFs, Flash videos, MP3, MP4, Flash 4 videos, F4, which are again Flash videos again. These and zip files. Zip files are not necessarily any zip file, but they need to be in a particular format and structure which Connect understands.
Select this.
So let's start with, I just want to show you something very interesting.
Document means we can upload or select any existing document or the whiteboard. The three options are.
Show.
These are only shared documents which you can bring it up.
This is just an extension.
So we can share our.
This is extension built using the APIs. This is actually a Google, uses the Google APIs as well. And
this is images.
Okay, so this is actually a Google API. What this does, it's a very small Swift file, a few KB, but it's, can you see this? Am I coming? So, you're trying.
Okay. So he's sharing one application.
It's an interactive. What this essentially can do is you can ask the participants, just a fun thing, nothing more. But this goes to show the power. This is using, I'll turn this off. This is actually using the Google APIs, and if I zoom in, I can actually pinpoint my location in real time.
Okay.
This is all happening real time. Huh? In the sense that it's picking up from the internet using the Google APIs, map APIs. What I can do is that we have fairly there. I have this pin, which is there. I can just drag this and put it in. Right, so somewhere close to Hyderabad. So I'll just put it in. So each of you participants can actually drag and do that. Can you do that? If you're logged in, you can just drag your location and put it. Okay. Moment you do that, the entire list will be. It sets the context to where people are logging in from. You know where your audience is coming from. It's just a visual thing, but then it's just giving you an insight into where they're coming. Nothing more. But then the power of Google Connect is that we've extended the capability of Connect by programming and using Google APIs at one end and the Connect APIs at the other end, right? I can even enter an exact, if I know my latitude and longitude, I can actually put in the exact coordinates here. And I can pinpoint, with military precision, if I may say so. That if I were to fire a laser missile, go and hit that coordinate straight away and the person is boom, gone, right? So that's the fun, and that's how interesting Connect can make a dull, boring, otherwise meeting room. Here's one of the examples. So I can even draw on top of this. So I have drawing tools available with everything that I share. So you see this, the drawing tools have been enabled. Now I don't know actually the people sitting there probably would not be able to see it unless I do a screen share. But nevertheless.
Okay, Venkatesh.
Yeah.
Now I would like to load one video from here. So can I do that?
Load your?
Video. I would like to load one video from here.
Yeah, you can.
So what I will do is, let's close this.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I'll go to my screen share. Hello. Yeah.
You want me to, okay.
No, not webcam. Arey, what happened to our videos?
Videos, I think the people have stopped the cameras.
No.
Are you?
Okay.
Oh, there.
Okay. No, I would like to share one. See, my hard disk. In my hard disk, I have one video. I would like to share it. No?
Yeah. So what format is the video? So you need to stop in case you want to do that. There's no point sharing a video and having a webcams on as well. So you can
so
turn
we'll
it
close
on,
this.
or you can start a new share pod and share the video.
Okay. So I will start that. Okay. So I'll hide this. Now I'll go to new pod.
Yeah, create another share pod.
Video.
Yeah. So
Video.
you just select
No, not this one. It is asking for to share my webcam. No.
share pod.
No, share pod. Okay, share. Add a new share.
Yes, and then you can choose if it's a FLV file or an MP4, you can upload it directly.
As a document.
Or you can even use Adobe Presenter, which is a plugin for PowerPoint, as was mentioning.
What I will do is, can I use share my screen?
You can, but that's not a very good way of sharing videos. You should ideally convert and upload them because that consumes more bandwidth and lowers the quality as well.
So can I select it as a document?
So yes, so you should share. So what format is your video in?
Let me see. We'll try. I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, while he's doing that, I can have multiple share pods, right? So I can open another share pod. I say add new share. This is it. Make it smaller.
नहीं होगा. It is my new laptop नहीं है.
Saying that your share can also be a whiteboard. Right? This is a whiteboard. I can draw on top of this.
No, 1 minute. What I'll do is I'll go to document.
Sample margin? Yeah. The sample video.
उसमें नहीं रहेगा.
वो खाली
वो Microsoft का होगा.
No, it has to be an MP4 or an F4V or an FLV, the video. Or you can use Adobe Presenter in PowerPoint, and you can use that to import videos and then publish to Adobe Connect.
Maybe what I'll do is,
Okay, so you can do complete whiteboarding right here. Right? If you have a pen, obviously if you use...
okay, I'll upload some document for a change. Let me see. Something I'll upload. Let's see.
Yes, budget.
A budget.
So ideally, you should not upload locally from your desktop when you're doing a meeting. You should use it from your centralized content repository.
No, but we want to demonstrate, no?
You can put it in a lot faster. If it's a big file, you'll make people wait and they'll keep seeing this. This of course is a small one.
This way you can upload a file and you can control the presentation, no, using this key.
Okay, so this is right now in sync mode as you see here. Whatever the presenter is showing, participants are seeing exactly the same thing.
Same thing they can be able to see this. So this way you can upload any file and share it and all that.
And present the lecture.
Maybe Venkatesh, you try and share some application from your desktop, no? Some simple application.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. No, you will share a desktop and select application.
So let me go back to
Any application. And you maybe you can talk loudly, no, which application you are selecting and all that.
I'm just trying to see. I don't have. I think I have something which is open. Okay, so we have this. This is actually a PDF, but I'll have to open something else. Maybe we'll just open an Excel. Let's open. Yeah, let's open an Excel. All right. So I'm opening. This is an Excel. Now Excel cannot be documents cannot be shared natively. We can't upload them. But we can share them using.
Let them be there. Some people will be
If I choose screen, it'll ask me desktop application of Windows. So either I could do any one of them, but I want to share a specific application. It will show me the list of open applications here. There is this Excel which is already open. I just select that and I say share. Right, the moment I do that,
how will you work?
the screen layout will change. It will get converted, and now we are
The Excel. Let me open it.
full screen, right? So it is you show it, so I can even pause and annotate on top of this.
Yeah.
I am now full screen. So can you see on your screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen, whole screen.
Yeah. So I can now type anything that I want. Maybe I say 25 and say this is another 50, and if I want to do
Yes, sir.
this plus this.
There only.
Right. So you can share Excel sheets, you can collaborate on top of this.
Achha. What can work?
You'll have to request control. So this application is running on my desktop or whoever else is. In case you need to write into this Excel, you need to request control and remotely take control of this desktop, and then you can start working on this.
Okay, Venkatesh, now we are closing this KSIConnect. So the plan is some people from your location will come here in telepresence and other will go to another third venue, and we will have a video conferencing using Polycom devices.
Oh, so you're not using Connect? Connect is done?
No, now this part will close it. So we'll have a small demo using that Polycom based video conferencing devices, which we'll be doing locally.
Okay, I just want to spend 5 minutes to just
Go
walk
ahead.
through some of the
5
stuff
minutes.
here.
You have 5 minutes.
Yeah. So I can also annotate on top. I can pause and annotate on top of anything, right? So I click here, and what that will do is somebody's raise a hand. Yes. Yep. Who has raised a hand? You have. Yes. All right. No, that's okay. No, sure. Please go ahead. So I can draw on top of this now. I can use the highlighter. I want to annotate something, and I want to ask, why are these figures so low? Maybe these are the number of farmers who've taken, help from ICRISAT. It's very less number. It needs to be higher, right? Or if you want, so I can annotate and draw on top of this. I can draw anything. I can even draw. There are all these drawing shapes which are available. Arrows. You can change the color. All this color swatch. I can change the thickness. I can do undo. It's all non-destructible. So everything is preserved. I can do undo as well. I can do redo also. And the good part is somebody requested screen control. You have? Okay. So I can give you that. But since we have 5 minutes, I'm just trying to showcase as much as possible. Oh yeah, absolutely. And the other reason I don't want to give is I have all my Swiss bank account details here. So a few $1 million, $1 billion lying here and there. Right? Okay, that was the lighter side of things. So I can even type on top of this. Right?
That Venkatesh cannot see here on the screen.
And I can also, I can even draw, transparent stuff. This is now obviously totally opaque, but I can choose this, and I can, even before I draw, I can choose the transparency, and set that, and I can of course even later on change the color and whatever that I want to do. Right, I can move it around, everything. So this is all, and I can resume anytime, right, once I'm done with this. So you can actually collaborate truly on top of any document sitting wherever you have. It's a project, you're working on anything, right? Absolutely. Even images, maybe from your point of view, I don't know, maybe you have a camera out in the field, there's a farmer who's sending the video back, you pause it over there, you ask questions to different experts, what is this, zoom in, collaborate truly on top rather than just sending an image back or something. So it takes that experience, interactivity to a whole new level. Okay, and you can use the highlighter as well. You have the highlighter also, so you have different colors. You can choose the width of the highlighter and so on and so forth. You can highlight anything that you want. And you have pod options. With every window, there is a contextual menu. Here's on the top right. Most of you use any of Adobe's products. It's a pretty standard, pod options with every menu which is there or any window which is there. It has this contextual pod options menu over there. Now, I can stop sharing. I can force presenter view, which means whatever the presenter is showing will be visible to everyone. I can even print. Now, the participants can actually use this to print out locally. If they have Acrobat Professional, they can print it to a PDF file. If they have a printer attached, they can print it rather than taking down notes. I as a kid, I mean, I'm sure everybody used to go, the teacher sometimes, especially as a science student, and chemistry, physics, anything, there used to be tons of equations. Sometimes you would, just keep sitting and doze off and suddenly you realize you have to take down notes. And then you start copying, by the time the instructor had already erased the board or whatever, or it was too complicated to write down. But if we had this technology, then it would have been just simple to press the print button and print it out. Would probably focus more on the content than trying to take the notes down. Yes. Yep. So I have all these printers. I can print it out even as an XPS, document or anything else. So these are some of the features which you can do, and so you can do this to anything that you're sharing. If you're sharing a video as well, I can even stop doing that. Okay, then you have, of course, a whiteboard. I can have as many whiteboards as I want. I can keep going next from the bottom here. 1, 2, maybe I want to draw something. One of the very innovative uses which we've seen people use, with Connect is for playing tic-tac-toe. Sorry. Hey, maybe, I don't know, maybe I guess if you can, we'll add on. Right, so you have this. So I'm sure you not want to do this, but you can play tic-tac-toe as well and, put away useful time. You can go next. You have another one? Okay. So you have all these things which you can do with it, and so let's stop here. You have a virtual pointer as well, so I can even point out, where the host is. Of course, I'm using this drawing tool, but anything that you want to bring the focus on, you can, use this virtual pointer. Right. So we're done with that, and we're done with this. Now we have something interesting which is called as a presenter only area. You've noticed my screen is now divided. Anybody logged in as a participant here? So participants will not see this presenter only area. It will only be visible to presenters and hosts. So this is very useful because without disturbing the actual meeting in progress, I can actually use this area to prepare my content. Maybe it's the next slide which I want to prepare. Maybe there are a couple of presenters while something else is going on in the screen. So rather than showing a blank, right now you'd be seeing a blank gray screen, in the main meeting area because there's nothing. But I am seeing this. Now, this is actually not good. I should have something over here so that, I'm keeping the audiences engaged. But I can use this, this could be the presenter notes. I could be taking, say, participants, anything that I want to write, participants are dozing off, not an engaging lecture. We need more coffee, more tea, whatever, etc., etc. Right, I can have more pods as well. So any new pod that I now open, I can add another chat pod. But it will open up over here in the presenter only area first, and then this is the third chat, and maybe I'm using this to chat with just the host. with the presenters, right? And the moment I want this to be here, maybe I want to start a poll. I can add a poll as well. This comes here. So the poll question could be, was the coffee good? So I'm trying to keep it contextual. Yes, no. Right, and I open the poll. Now the poll is open, but it's not visible to the participants. But I'm ready with the poll. I did not waste the time. This poll is ready. I am ready for this because everybody's come back from, fresh from the coffee. And I'm sure you'll still remember how your coffee was. So if you want to take the poll, you can take the poll. Right, and I'll see it in real time. So you can have multiple poll pods, not just one. I can have a complete survey. So I'm seeing, all right, so people are changing. Constantly changing, like the Aam Aadmi Party votes in the elections. Congress hoping that it'll get a lot of yeses, but a lot of no's. Okay, I can even see who's voted what. Now, okay, let's see. No, yes. So, Ms. Lakshmi and Sunil were the lucky ones who got hot coffee. The others probably wanted cold coffee and they got cold coffee.
View votes, say view votes, sir, click on view votes.
So I can view, and so I can close the poll as well, and after that nobody will be able to take it. And if I go back to my Adobe Connect Central, and if I go into the meeting,
We said no.
अपना नहीं record
Yeah,
which ID?
हो.
This meeting room?
Yeah, so Venkatesh, good. So can we wind up this now?
Very useful.
I am happy to wind up whenever you want to. Sure.
No,
I just want to show the report, so just give me 1 minute, please.
Okay, 1 minute. Have 1 minute, please.
Okay, my time starts now, so let me quickly get this thing out of the way. Now, which is this meeting? Yeah, I just have 50 seconds, so I need to be quick.
मोदी साहब आपने ट्रेनिंग तो दे दिया थे, हमारे पास ये तो नहीं है.
Agriculture.
डेमो कर रहे हैं KSI Connect तो
So we go into reports and let me close the poll.
Head of Connect, no.
Okay,
Head of
close.
Connect is not very expensive.
Right, I come back here and I go into,
You should see, how it works.
now I have the poll and I can see the user responses. And this is all real time. So Connect is tracking all the reports in real time. And these are available. I can export these reports, everything. I know who logged in when, who logged out when, how many, if there is a quiz, when did they take the quiz, how much time they spent on a slide, on a question. I can run reports by groups, by individuals, by questions, by slides, by answers. If I know that people, I don't know whether you actually do quizzes or not, I mean, it's part of your e-learning, but I can actually then get a very good insight as to how my content is resonating with my target audience. If I know that people were supposed to spend only 2 minutes on a slide, but they're spending 5 or 7 minutes, I can get an instant feedback, and I know that I need to address my teaching or, that particular slide methodology, anything, right? So it gives you a very good insight.